Hello everyone, today I've got another Hoover to unbox. A Hoover Velocity FX Quick and Easy Cleaning. This is a quadruple A upright vacuum from Hoover. Very similar in design to the Vax Air range. Not sure whether it's made in the same factory, but it looks very similar. I've not really seen one of these in the flesh. This is the first time. This is model VL81 VL5 1001. It's 850 watts. And the colour inside are pearl grey / blue Mallorca, I think that says, and pale grey transparent. Did I say it's 850 watts? I'm not sure if I did. I did say it's quadruple A. So I'm not sure what this is going to be like. This is a newish Velocity. There is another one without the PET turbo brush, I think. Well, I'm not sure if it might still have the PET turbo brush. But this is blue. There is a red and grey version, which I expect is very similar. They both have the Quad A rating. Right, let's just get my scissors. We'll have a look at this. As I say, I've never really seen one of these in a shop. And I only bought this because it was going in the sales, in the January or just after Christmas sales. I got this. Hoover want about £200 normally for this. I didn't pay that. I paid £67.99, I think. Anyway, it was under £70, which I thought was a reasonable price. So we've got the instruction manual first. Probably need a little bit of assembly, but no tools will be required. Just got to put the handle on, I think. Let's have a look at the energy label. There's a little swing ticket here. So, well, we know it's a Quad A, so it gets an A rating for energy use. It uses on average 27 kilowatt hours per annum. A rated for dust emission, A rated for carpet cleaning, A rated for hard floor cleaning, and it's noisy-ish at 82 decibels. I'm saying ish because there are some cleaners I've used recently that go up to nearly 90 decibels, so 82 isn't too bad. Right, first thing out of the box, we've got pretty standard Hoover pet hair remover. A little bit dusty. So, not a lot to say about these. You've got your rotating brush. It works, obviously. It already sounds a little bit... doesn't sound very smooth when I'm turning it by hand. Hopefully when I get some suction going through it, it's not going to seize up. You can access these ones, I think, at the side. That's it. You just pull... If I can get it open. That's it. Oh, so the whole top comes off. If you need to clear any blockages or any hairs that have got caught around the brush. There's a little belt that drives the brush. Obviously the suction from the vacuum moves that turbine, which in turn rotates the brush. So there we go, that's that. Just click it back into place. Oops, there we go. Doesn't actually rotate. Some of them actually have a rotating neck, but that one's just fixed. So that's that. It is very dusty from the factory. This is a crevice tool. Quite short. And there's a little rubber bit on the end for some reason. Daisy's making a noise, my dog. I'm not expecting any deliveries. I think somebody's getting some shopping delivered because it's a bit late for normal deliveries. Trust Daisy to ruin the video. Now, next out, again, looks a bit dusty, but here we have the handle. What I like about this is the handle, because I've used some Vax machines, the similar Vax machines, and the handles on them are very uncomfortable. I think the Vax Air cordless has a looped handle like this, which is more comfortable to hold, but some of the other air cleaners have a very awkward and uncomfortable handle. but that seems quite comfortable. So it's got a metal tube, so that forms the handle of the vacuum, but it also forms the wand when you're using it with the hose, and I'm assuming the hose will plug into there. And you've got little blue release to take the tube off, and I'm assuming we'll be able to attach the tools directly to the handle end if we want to, but for the time being we'll just pop that back onto the tube. Oh, there's a little bracket. It's already fitted on this machine. Sometimes you have to fit it. That's the bracket that holds the turbo nozzle. Right, what's next? Well, possibly I think a cleaner is the next thing to come out. It's a shame, I don't think there's any other tools. I would have liked to have seen some sort of a dusting tool with this, but let's move it back a bit. There we go. Is anything going to fall out, I wonder? No, that's it. Whoops, oh dear. Sounds a bit plasticky. Oh. Well, don't like the look of that brush roll. Although it looks quite like a vac, so I don't think it is made in the same factory. Oh, it does have a dusting tool. A sort of dusting tool. I mean, vax cleaners aren't the best built, but that does seem a little bit flimsy. Here's the other tool you get. Oh, it is very... not really convinced of this quality of this vacuum. I've been unboxing some German-made vacuums, obviously, so I've got those fresh in my mind. So here is, not bad, that's quite soft. Little dusting tool. You can whip out and dust your shelving and your blinds and things. And squeeze that to form a little upholstery type nozzle for your curtains and your loose fabric upholstery. You can use the turbo brush on your upholstery as long as it doesn't have any sort of loose fringes. If it's hard wearing. You can use it on your stairs and your pet bedding as well, that turbo brush. But this is useful for everything else. I think it stores on board. Or does it actually? It just fell out because there is space here for a tool. So I think really, I have a feeling you've got the choice of putting that one on board to live, or the crevice tool, because I don't know, there might be somewhere else to put the other tool. Right, let's put a cardboard on there. Let's just move the box out of the way. Got the flex. Yes, well, it's quite smart. Just get the tag off. Not sure of the length of the flex on this, because I know there's some vax machines that have a 10-metre cord. Don't think this is as long as 10 metres. I seem to remember it's about 7.5 to 8 possibly. Let's have a look at the bin. So I think it does claim to be multi-cyclonic, this one. Yes, it does. It says so actually here. Multi-cyclonic. You got your bottom emptying. There we go. And I'm assuming filter access. Of course, there will be filters that need washing from time to time. So with this one, you've just got a sponge and a fabric type filter. And there's the multi-cyclones there. And I believe, yes, we can take this out if we need to clean the shroud, if that gets hair wrapped around it. You could, I suppose, rinse all this. I think it comes apart a bit more as well. You could, I suppose Hoover don't recommend it, but you could rinse that through if it gets really ingrained. As long as you make sure it's dry, of course, before putting it back. It's easy to locate, there's a little indentation and a little triangle, so that's how we know it goes in that way. Pop the filter back on the top. Got the nice little Hoover logo on the top of the cyclone. Well, make sure the arrow is lined up to the open position, and we'll turn it to the locked, and you've got a little bit of detail on the back, some hints of how to clean the filters and the bin. So it's okay, pretty standard thing. Oh, there's another filter underneath. So this will be the post motor, I think. Again, we've got padlock, an open padlock and a locked padlock, and with other hints. So if you haven't got your instruction book handy, it shows you what to do there. So just twist it. So this looks like the HEPA, pleated HEPA, and that will be stuck in there a bit, I think. Oh no, you rotate it, that's it. So there's pleated HEPA. Oh, and there's another filter as well. I'm not sure if that comes out. There's another bit of a filter. You just see it there. When I do the demo, I'll explain everything about the filters. You can actually wash that. Just checked. You can actually rinse that. Some post-motor filters, like this, aren't washable, but both filters on this Hoover seem to be, which is good. So that's that. Doesn't really click. That is closed, but doesn't really have a nice click about it. But anyway, that's fine. Right, I'll put the handle on and we'll take a closer look, and then we'll switch it on and see how noisy it sounds. First thing I need to do is connect the handle, so it just pushes down until it clicks like that. It's not adjustable, height adjustable. It does actually go down a little bit further if you need to store it in a lower cupboard. You can actually press the button and push it down a bit. You can't use it in the lower position because it's not locked in that position. To release the whole wand when you're doing above floor cleaning, you do press the button again, pull the wand straight out, then of course you can attach the tools to the end of the wand or directly onto the handle. So just pop that back. I've just checked the instruction book, and you don't have tool storage for both tools, so it's either or. So I think this is a tool that would be most useful for me to keep on the machine. So I'll put that just there in the holder. Whoops. It's all very plasticky. It feels very brittle, this plastic. Well, I'll leave it like that. I'll leave it like that. So there we go. Now you've got cord storage as well, of course. On the back you've got a top hook that rotates, and I think the bottom one, no, that's fixed. The bottom hook's fixed, the top one rotates, so you loosely wrap the cord around both hooks, and then when you want to use the machine you just turn down the top hook and you can release all the cable in one go, so it's a bit quicker, but it's still slow to wind up the cord. You've also got a little clip at the end there to secure the cord to the rest of it so it doesn't fly off when you're carrying the machine. Just got to remove that protector over the fitted plug, and then that will just clip down there like that. Ah, now what's that? Perhaps there is storage. There is something there. Wondering if that's where you put... I didn't see that in the instructions. But it looks, I don't know. Ah, or does it go that way? No, it does go that way. Oh, so it does actually fit. I'm assuming then you can actually store the crevice tool. So that's good. All the tools then that come with this Hoover Velocity will store on board. It is quite light. Quite a comfortable, balanced handle. You can carry it that way or whatever way you want. Carry it upstairs that way. Right, let's have a look at the business end, at the agitator. This agitator doesn't look anything like the Vax versions I've used. So possibly, although it's a very similar copy of a Vax, it may not have been made in the same factory. It seems to have some similarities, but there are quite a few differences as well. This brush roll is quite thin, but it's got some very stiff brushes, and they're designed to sweep the debris into the central part where the suction is. So it seems to have a central suction channel, which is a good thing, and a chevron design brush which directs all the debris into the strongest part of the airflow, so that's good. It's got these two little rubber squeegees which will help it to achieve an A rating on the hard floors, but what's going to happen when they wear out, I think the efficiency may reduce on the hard floor. It's got suction channels, quite a narrow little gap there where the belt is, so it must be a toothed belt. I can just see under here the motor, the separate motor that drives the brush roll. You can see that, and you can see a little bit of a circuit board there as well. So there we go, that's the underside of the machine. The wheels, they seem pretty robust, and they seem to have a coating on them. So they've got a sort of a tyre which will help, and they're quite smooth running actually. So that will help protect your hard floors. You've also got two rollers at the front as well to assist with the manoeuvrability. Now what I've noticed about this cleaner, although it's got the hose attached, you do have to fit the hose into this little hole here. So unlike a lot of vacuums in the past that the suction went right through the hose even when you were using it in upright mode, because to achieve the quad rating, the 4 A's, what Hoover have done and what other manufacturers have done is they've taken the hose out of the airstream when you're using it in upright mode. So if you do need to use the hose, you have to actually plug it in to that little slot, little opening at the back. It's spring loaded, so it will close when you remove the hose. So basically it means it's got a shorter air path from the cleaning head to the dirt bin, which will increase its efficiency. So when you need the hose, it actually fits. I'm just learning all this because I've never seen this machine before. The hose is actually attached at the end there, so I must have to remove it, and then I'm assuming it plugs into here. Yes, it does. You can see there's a little area there that's open, so you must have to, I think that goes uppermost. It looks like it does. So now we can use it for above floor cleaning. I will see if it reaches up the stairs. I'm not sure if it's a stair cleaner. Hopefully it will reach up the stairs. I'll show you that in my full demo. I'll put it at the bottom of the stairs and see if it will reach up a standard flight. It looks quite a short hose, but it does seem pretty stretchable. I'm just going to check. That is the only way you can put it on, so it has to go with the inlet uppermost. So basically when you use the hose, you just have to plug it in. So now all the suction is diverted from the cleaner head through the hose. Now I'm not sure, we'll just check if we can connect the tools directly. That's good. So you can connect the tools directly to the hose like that if you're working in a confined space. If you want to take this out and clean your car, that will be useful because you haven't got the handle getting in the way. I will just also check. Yes, even the turbo brush will fit directly on there, so again that's good for getting underneath your car seats and things in a restricted space. You can of course remove the handle / wand, and then we can clip. There we go, nice clip, nice click action. So now we've got a bit of extra length, so we can attach now all the accessories to the end. So if you want to reach up high to get the cobwebs, we can put the crevice tool on. Of course, if you want to clean down low and you don't want to have to bend. So that's good. But also, if I'm correct, and I think I will be, let's take the handle off and just check. So yes, we can connect any of the tools to the handle. So you have 3 ways of putting the tools on the handle like this, on the end of the wand, or directly onto the end of the hose. When you finish with the hose, after removing it from the cleaner, you simply click it back together. You can see there's a little doobry that sticks out there and a slot on the other part of the hose. So they just click in place like that. Then there's a hook here, just out of camera shot at the top of the machine, where you put the hose over and then, put it around the wrong way, then you click the part with the little blue switch, you click that into the base. Let's lift the machine so you can see, like that. So that's how you store the hose. Just push it like that and then it's stored on board. If you want to, if you don't want to have the hose on the machine, of course you can just take it off. If you don't think you're going to use the hose very much, put that in your cupboard. It makes the machine a little bit lighter, but of course for convenience, if you leave it on, then it's always there ready. So it's a little bit more involved than just pulling out the hose and using it straight away. You do have to take it off and then plug it in, but a lot of these lower energy vacuum cleaners do this now in order, as I said, to shorten the air path to increase the efficiency. Quick look at the serial number for any of you interested. So there we go, it's Hoover model VL81, VL51001. Double insulated, obviously made in PRC, Hoover Limited, Merthyr, 850 watts. As this is a twin motored upright vacuum cleaner, we have 2 on-off switches. So the main one here controls the suction motor, and this one here turns the brush roll on and off. So normally when you're cleaning a hard floor you'd have the brush roll off, but you just have suction only. Okay, I'm just going to give this a quick go, see how manoeuvrable it is. Might put down a bit of dirt for initial test, but we will be doing a full demo very soon. Just going to see how noisy it is with the suction motor alone. That's not too bad. Of course the noise level is going to increase when I turn the brush roll on. When the machine's in the upright position, the brush roll will automatically switch off, even if it's turned on at the switch. I'm not sure if the switch is in the on position, but we'll soon find out. Now the brush roll's turned off, well hopefully, unless it's faulty. So I'm going to turn the brush roll on now. Well, as you could hear, the brush roll does add to the noise by quite a lot. It's quite a high-pitched sound of that motor in the brush roll. It's not very pleasant. It's a bit hard to push, but it does feel like it's doing quite a good job. I can already see, despite I've just vacuumed this carpet, but only with a cordless upright, it seems to have gathered some dirt in the container. I'll do it a little bit longer. Yes, it's not that pleasant to use, first impressions. Let's have a look at the contents of the bin. Now I wasn't expecting a lot because, as I said, I've just vacuumed. But despite the fact the carpet did look clean, it has managed to get some more dirt out of it. A lot of fine dust actually that was hidden. I mean, I don't know where it's got this from, because I couldn't see any of that on the carpet. It's there's quite a lot of fine dust actually lining the container. So I think it is quite efficient, having a quad rating, but we'll have to see whether this machine's any good after I've used it for a few weeks. I'm going to finally, before I end, for any of you who want to see a little bit more dirt picked up, rather than me just going over, I'm going to put some extra dirt down. We'll just give it a quick go. But stay tuned, because I will be doing a full demo and I'll be showing you how effective this Hoover Velocity is on hard floors as well, how convenient it is to use on stairs and for cleaning above floor. I've just emptied another vacuum cleaner's dust bag onto the carpet. What I've done this time as well, because I don't often show edge cleaning, I've actually put the dirt right up to the skirting board, so we'll see if this Hoover Velocity is any good at cleaning close to the edge. But first of all, we'll just have a quick go through the middle of the dirt, just to see if it leaves a nice clean path. So let's recline the handle. I did swerve a bit, didn't do that on purpose, I can assure you. That has left a little, what I call line of shame, very narrow one. That's obviously where the belt is, where it's not had any brushing action. It's not 100%, it's left a couple of grains of the rice. It looks quite good. Obviously it needs another couple of passes and I think it'll get all that dirt up. Right, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to pass it right up against this skirting board and we'll see how close it gets to the edge. Well, again it's left the little faint line where the belt is, you can see that quite clearly, but I must say, up to the edge cleaning is pretty impressive. Well, that's about the end of my unboxing and first look at this Hoover Velocity FX upright vacuum, but I can't leave a mess, so we'll just end the video by cleaning up the rest of this dirt. Well, that's about the end of my unboxing and first look at the Hoover Velocity FX Bagless Upright Vacuum Cleaner. What do I like about this machine so far? Well, the performance on carpets anyway is pretty impressive, especially up to the edge. It removed nearly all the dirt up to the skirting board, so that was pretty good going. It's very noisy though, especially when the brush roll motor's on. It's got a very unpleasant high-pitched whine. It also doesn't have a swivel action that you get on most machines of this type, so it's not very manoeuvrable. Also, the build quality doesn't seem that great on this model, so I'm not sure how long this particular Hoover will last when you're using it every day. But I'll reserve my full verdict after the demonstration, which will follow very soon. So please subscribe if you don't do so already, and you'll be updated when I upload a new video. Just remember to click on the little bell icon next to the subscribe button. and you'll receive an email notification. Any questions, please ask in the comments section below. Please thumb up this video and stay tuned for lots more floor care videos to come. So until the next time, thanks for watching and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.